Hey everyone, hope you're having an awesome week. The market certainly is not. As you can see, we've been selling off quite a bit lately. And I just want to kind of point out that, we don't really know where the market is going, right? No one does. We can never predict the market, but just have, trust in your investments, portfolio, your trades, more importantly, that, have confidence, right? And this is part of the market, unfortunately. We could keep selling off. We could have a reversal. This is a huge reversal indication. But again, this doesn't mean that's guaranteed to be a reversal. We had a huge amount of volume here, huge lower wick buying pressure. So who knows? We could take off and come back up, and live happily ever after. But we shall see. Anyway, let's get into the trade. So given that context of this candle here, high volume, large volume, buying pressure to the max here. It looked, things were looking bright. So if I switch over to my trading chart, we have this key demand zone here. This 4-hour zone you can see was created from, it was a violent move. This is a beautiful buying pressured candle. So today's plan, we were looking for buyers to create a higher low in demand and hold value. And also, show that they're here, that they're relevant, that they're present in this demand zone. So we had, a couple other stagnant demand zones present as well, really somewhere in this area. So coming up to, let's see if we have any key levels. Kind of hard to assess if we have a key level, just simply because we have to go way back in time. If we look at, let's see, this is the 4,300, 43 area. So this is how I do it. This is how I look for my key levels. So if I go back and look at 4,300, that brings us to here. And I just look for key levels of support and resistance. So you can see that this 4320 area is quite impressive. And I believe we also had 4305, 4308, right around here, which is a more present key level. But anyway, you can see that we have a good amount of support and resistance right at this 4319 area, 4320 area, right around there. And a lot of, pressure down at this 4280 area as well. So given those context clues, the plan I had going into it, and here's the plan I had. We are still in a downtrend. So if we were to somehow, make overnight, come all the way up here, I was looking for us to test these supply zones, really looking to test these supply zones up here, but, maybe see some kind of reaction up here and maybe take it short given selling pressure. The other plan I had in mind was, of course, taking it long off this demand zone, which is what happened. And again, I stated my reason for that is because of the huge reversal candle, or what it looked like to be a reversal candle, the candle with a huge amount of buying pressure. So let's see what happened. If we zoom in, oops, I am so sorry. If we zoom in here, we see that the market opened and immediately started selling off. Excuse me. And we immediately start selling off here and come all the way down to this 3-hour demand zone. We're still, in this giant 4-hour zone. So, full disclosure, I did not take this trade. I saw this in real time. I just got I don't know, my confidence got shot. I was just, for whatever reason, had no faith, and I just, watched it go. But I'll get to that in just a moment. So I saw it come down, and as soon as I saw it was kind of bouncing off this, what is this? This 3-hour zone, I was looking for a higher low. And I actually had a feeling that this is we were kind of having a V-shaped recovery. I actually said it in the Discord pretty early on, and I said, I just have a feeling, and I just was trusting my gut, because usually I've seen this happen before. We've sold off immediate in the morning into a demand zone and just have a V-shaped reversal. So that's where I was looking. Again, keep in mind that this 4,300 is a psychological level. You can see that this 4,296 area has been acting as some kind of minor support and resistance area. You can see it back here as well. 4,296 is just kind of a key level-ish. So, again, we kind of have like a little head and shoulders pattern as well. But I was looking for us to make a higher low. And that's exactly what we did here on this candle, which is where I would have, I had the contracts loaded up and everything. I just didn't press the trigger, which is part of trading, and I just have to get better at that. But that is actually where I put my entry right as we retested this 42.96. My stop was going to be below this 42.90 area, or depending on the risk tolerance that I'm having, is below this 42.96 area, maybe 42.95, just keeping it tight. But no reason to really play puts in this demand because it is, again, a very strong critical demand to hold. So continuing on, I saw us, buyers react, right? Not the best volume here that I wanted to see, but certainly, decent. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that if we go on a 1 minute time frame, again, I don't use 1 minute time frames whatsoever. You can also see that we are making this little triangle here, and that's where I would have gotten in right here. Interesting to note, we had this little bit of triangle pattern. We were holding above 42.96 nicely. Could have gotten long anywhere in this 5 minute window with a stop below, of course. And my target was 43.20, which is for, previously mentioned that is a key level. So that was one trade, and it worked pretty much immediately from right here to here. And contracts moved about 20%. 25% for more of the expensive contracts. The premiums were pretty jacked, so that's also kind of what was in my head. They're expensive contracts for whatever reason. Was not, usually they're seen as cheap liquid contracts, but today they were just beyond jacked, which also messed with my head. Again, so let's say you missed that trade. There was another opportunity. Unfortunately, I was out and about on campus, but let's say, you were at your desk here. This was another area of a good place to get long. We were breaking out of this triangle, another triangle pattern here. You can clearly see it on this 5 minute, and it was a 5 minute RBNR. We had a volume spike here, and also broke above VWAP. So you could have gotten long in here with a stop below 43.18, 43.20 even. That area targeting whatever your target would have been. That's, it just make sure it be a relevant level, whatever you desire. And then we ended up selling off at the end of the day. And that's what happened. And now we're kind of making another higher low. So this is interesting. We're going into tomorrow's session with, a couple higher lows created. So definitely going to be on the lookout for some kind of reversal pattern, some kind of continuation up to test these supply zones. If we do break these higher lows overnight, I'll be looking to see if we can target some downside action, because if buyers are not present, these are the kinds of things that I like to think about. Let's say we come back and test. We really want to see these buyers in this area. Oops, I'm gonna screw this up. I'm so sorry. In this area, how do I draw this bubble? This bubble here, this 42, the 4300 to 4280 level, to really show us some justice here. They want to protect these higher lows here. And that would be nice to see by buyers. That would be a good place to get long, or other demand that was created throughout the day. I think, let's see, I bet there's maybe a 1 hour somewhere. Not really, but this is the kind of thing you want to do. You want to look for other areas of demand. Here's a beautiful demand down here, big one. So if we want to see test price come down to here, if it does, and buyers react, and if we have no buyers react in this area especially, I'll look to target the downside for more weakness. But I'll also be looking to target intraday clues, these triangles, these channels that we see throughout the day, and target long to go, target these supply zones. So a lot of different plans can be created and formulated from just looking at ES and NQ. So I hope this video helped, and thank you so much for watching.